What is up, Rad Potential YouTube? It's another day out here at the Rad Ranch, and it got cold all of a sudden, and I'm not about this. I'm not about this weather change. You see, I'm in like long pants and a jacket now. It's like 50 something degrees. It was like 70 a couple days ago. So, what are we doing here today in this here video? Video stuff, yeah, words. We are gonna go ahead and start working on these two piles, and I say start working meaning like I gotta move that one, so that's kind of working on it, right? And then I gotta move this one so I can get the engine out. And I did kind of clean it, and you can see, you know, obviously pressure wash job isn't the best, you know, like washing, but it's cleaner than it was for the amount of junk that was on it. So plan is tomorrow, Will's coming out. Will, the owner of the black car, is coming out, and we're going to pull the motor out and pull the motor apart. So that car, which he's listed it for sale, he bought it like it is. It had like a misfire, but misfire turned out to be an engine, not a carburetor problem. Anyway, so it's low compression. That car also came with a spare engine, which is in the garage, in the cabinet, and the housings were toast in the spare motor. So we're hoping this motor has good housings. If it does, we're gonna soft seal rebuild it, put it all back together, some new seals, and then she'd be ripping and ready to go. So that's the goal for this car. But if I get ambitious tonight, I might just pop the motor out before he gets out here tomorrow, so that way yeah, he might not even have to come out here tomorrow. I'll just tear it apart without him, but no big deal. The other thing, I gotta move this car. So this, and if I can figure out how to put a picture in a video, then I will. But this car, I used to daily drive it maybe 3 years ago, I think. I traded an FC for it to a guy in St. Louis. It's a pretty famous car for being wide body and stuff. When he first did it, it was kind of one of the first ones to do it with these ZG flares and etc., etc. And then I owned it for a while, and I sold it back to him because I didn't really need it anymore, etc., etc., whatever. So my plans for this car is I'm going to put this GSLC axle under it. I'm going to put the GSLC front suspension from that car under it. I'm going to build a 6-port motor, which I have one in here. It's a GSLC engine, I think. If not, I'll have to look. I really hope it's not an S4 because I'm running out of S4 flywheels. And if it is, I may have to run one of my counterweights with my one, and I have a turbo 2 trans I can put in it. So that's an SE motor, and this is a Series 4 6-port, isn't it? Yeah. So that's a Series 4 6-port. That's an SE motor. So we're going to build probably the 6-port block for it, right? Yeah. I'm probably going to do the 2mm Apex Steel 6-port block just because that'll take a little more, excuse me, a little more RPM. Maybe we ought to do the GSLC block. I don't know. Comment below if you know enough to tell me which one I should do. They're both going to be 6 ports. I have a GSLC rotating assembly for one, and then an S4 6-port block for the other. But I've already bought a pretty sweet B&R turbo for the vert, and I'm just going to take that turbo and build this car into like a turbo 2 swap drift car kind of thing. Just something I can go motor around and terrorize the streets of Nashville, because a turbo 2 first gen is going to weigh 20, that's an SE, so 2,400 pounds. Without me in it, it'll probably make at 15-20 pounds of boost, maybe 15 to 17 pounds of boost, 300 wheel on a good day. So it's gonna party, and it'll roll out pretty quick. So that's the goal for that. So basically, yeah, we're gonna start moving stuff around. I kind of change plans all the time around here, but that's what we got to do. So I got to fire the tractor up. The sad thing is I don't really have room for stuff around here anymore, trying to do all this. Basically, there's going to be a roof over this eventually in the next couple weeks, and I need to fix some of this retaining wall stuff, put the pipes in, etc. But these cars need to move. I'm trying my best to not clutter this area up like I had it before, since it's all nice. So the wide body car is going to go in front of the race car, and then I think the black car is just going to get put like right here for now. And I'll pop the motor out of it out here, just to use the tractor to lift it out. And then I got to move all my parts, and I can start working on that this weekend. So, because the race car has to sit inside, because now my Jeep's under that, and the rotary truck's under there, and it can't move. Problems of car guy. So let's get to moving cars. It's super fun with the tractor. Alright guys, so, just moved some cars around as you saw at that little car moving montage of greatness, and I think I decided, now that I'm all parked up over here, that I'm just going to pop this motor out with the car sitting over here. If I roll the car back a little bit, I got a nice little dry spot of gravel right under there. Although this looks like laying on a bed of nails to most people, it's better than laying in this. So I got a blanket I can throw down just to get the few bolts that are underneath the car. But I think I might pull it back far enough to where I can lift the front of it up with the tractor, get it on jack stands, get the hood propped up, and then all I need to do basically is just unbolt the motor, leave the carb and stuff on, unbolt the exhaust manifold, and I can pop that baby out. You've seen me do it 100 times. So I think I might do that real quick while it's here. It's daylight. I got a reasonably dry space to work, because I just was like, I was going to put the car back here for now while I do all the construction over here. But or I was going to wait for Will to come help me, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and pop it out. It won't take too long. So, while we got some daylight, I'm going to set the old camera up, do a little time-lapse action, and we'll get this thing out real quick.
Way cleaner than the other motor. Holy crap.
So we got the first iron off. This thing is looking mint in here, boys.
Super clean.
Mint. It's the first 12A I've taken apart in a long time that's mint. However, if you notice, you can see these scuff marks on the side of the rotor where it looks like either the rotor bearing walked, one of these bearings is shot. You can see the wear on the E-shaft from where the stationary gear bearing spun and how it protrudes. So hopefully the rotor doesn't feel too bad. Seals still move. That one's stuck down right here. But the nice part is though, the spare motor we have in the closet, the rotating assembly is money. So we can take the apex seals and stuff from this and maybe the side seals from that setup and put us together a good 12A.
See that heat right there in the...
Oh yeah, you can see some scuffs on the iron.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that rotor out.
Yeah. Can you pop that thing up? Or well, let's get a bag so we can put all the seals in it first. 130.
Does it reapply the chrome or just...
No, so it's literally a sander. It's like honing the cylinder wall so you can just surface it, but it makes it look so nice. And then also it, like if you have brand new apex seals, they're flat, right? So with the sander, you clip off all the bullshit. It's nice and flat, way more compression to start.
Nice.
Alright guys, so... Whew. This is the front bearing. You can see just from right there how chooch that thing is. And in the light you can see how much copper. So Will found in the oil pan some pretty crusty stuff.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
So we found out what killed this engine. Looks like it was just a good motor. And yeah, I mean you can see all sorts of material, just nasty metal in there.
No good.
So we'll
Not
get
in good
these
health.
we'll get these rotors torn down and sorted in here, and then we have in the good old MRI cabinet over here. This is the other 12A of Will's, because the housings were roached for this one, but everything else was freaky fresh and mint. So what we'll probably do, we can look these bearings over. It's there.
They're not spun at least.
Not bad, they're not spun. Look at this one too. Not bad, really. So, E-shaft looked okay. We'll look at the stationary gears too. Feel okay. So what we'll probably do is take this engine and that engine,
Make 12A, baby.
and make one good engine. So, those of you watching, if you have 12A parts and you want to get rid of them for cheap to free, hit me up if they're good. If they're not good, you can keep them, because I got plenty of not good engine parts laying around out here.
Those are easy to find.
Yeah. So, this is the first 12A that I've torn apart that has had good housings. Ever. Well, I guess not ever. It's only one other one, and those are my spare housings up on the shelf. But out of, I think I've torn apart probably 10 12As, 10 or 11.
Torn apart that was definitely not running.
Yeah.
That had good housings.
Yeah. So this is good. This is really good. And these things are like, these are nice. You know, disregard the stains from our fingerprints. Like, look at that. There's no flaking. Not even at the edges. So, I don't know. This is really good. So, with that, I think you guys don't want to watch me clean parts. So, I'm going to clean all this up, put all this stuff away. That's the build teardown on the black car. So, we're going to get some parts cleaned up and maybe get another 12A stacked up, and then hopefully your red SA doesn't need housings, because that would suck to build this engine for this car and then tear that one apart.
We can just do magical motors again. That's no problem. We'll swap them out.
Yeah, to build the engine for this car and then want to take that one apart and and do that, because this red, he's got a really mint red SA and it needs oil control rings. So what do you do when it has an oil leak? You Bridgeport it, because you're going to take it apart anyways. Might as well make it sick.
So it's ready. It's ready.
So, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.